What is up, Obscure Mic people? Bart coming at you yet again with another obscure microphone, and today is going to be my first experience with a Gauge microphone. Gauge USA. Does better when my face isn't involved. Gauge USA ECM 87. It is a condenser microphone that is $399 brand new, I believe. Of course, you might be able to find them used here, there, everywhere kind of thing. I'll give you a look at the internals. We do have a high pass filter switch. If you take off the stuff, the shell, so to speak. There's some more about the board. Looks like a pretty basic board, but the 87 in ECM 87 suggests that maybe they're going for a Neumann ECM, not ECM, but a Neumann 87 or whatever type sound. Opening this video up on the Rode NT1, fourth gen, I believe, because this is one of those microphones that everyone pretty much just likes. But nothing offensive about it. It's not overly amazing, but it's not anything under good enough for sure. And it's not expensive. It's a fantastic budget condenser. So keep your ears peeled for a second while I talk into this, because we're going to switch over to the ECM 87 in just a few minutes. There is no other switches besides what you saw inside of the microphone. The grill, plenty sturdy. The body, typical, very typical condenser. It's built well enough. It doesn't feel cheap and it doesn't feel overly premium, but it feels definitely solid enough. Let's go ahead and switch over to the ECM 87 from the Rode NT1 and see if this is a sleeper, a keeper, or a bleeper. Didn't make a lot of sense, I know. Let's go. All right, so now we are on the ECM 87, and I must say, actually sounds kind of close to the Rode NT1. It's not overly boosted in the top end. It sounds a little bit flattish even. I don't necessarily love it completely. I think it sounds pretty solid. Again, $399, $149, $199, something like that. I think I actually prefer the sound of the Rode just a little bit. It's got a little more clarity, but you can't understate that this microphone does sound pretty darn smooth. So it does have that going for it, and it sounds good. Don't get me wrong. I think it sounds really, really good. But the NT1 sounds really good as well. I'm going to hook this back up. Okay, so I'm back on the Rode NT1. This is the Rode NT1. And this is the ECM 87. ECM 87, Rode NT1. Rode NT1. Now, Rode, I believe, is quieter noise floor-wise, so there's that. And then you got the ECM 87, which seriously sounds almost identical, at least in my ears, except this sounds more clear. Maybe the ECM 87 is a tiny bit smoother, but I think it's negligible. Back on the ECM 87 to end it, basically. Not in the video, but in the NT1 ECM 87 comparisons. Let's go ahead and do the tests and then end it. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pineapple pizza. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pineapple pizza. Handles plosives terribly. Now we're going to get right on top of the ECM 87. That sounds good for the proximity effect sound, and that does sound really, really solid. Now we're going to take the microphone. We're going to go 90 degrees off-axis rejection. I'll spin the microphone around to 180 degrees, 90 degrees yet again, and then slowly back around to the front of the microphone. And this is what the ECM 87 sounds like now. I think that is smooth. That is pleasant. I just don't know if I would pay, more than double for this than I would this. Now, granted, used, you can find one of these for like $150, which used, you're going to find one of these for $100, probably, maybe $120. So it does become, the gap is lessened there. So maybe this is better. Maybe you do enjoy this more than the NT1. I think they are so close that I'm going to go with whatever one saves me the most money. That being said, this is pretty darn good for the used price. $399, I just don't know if it is worth that. So with that all being said, on the BBC Baby Dinosaur, yeah, I'm going to give this at $399. I'm going to give it a 5. I think it's average, not a great deal, not a bad deal. It is smooth. It does sound good. I don't have any issues at all with the way it sounds, really. It's just that $399 price point. I'm positive you can get mics for less that are as pleasing on the ears and more pleasing to the eye, because this is very basic. So yeah, there's that. If it's used and you get it for like $150, which I'm shipping this out to someone today for $150, I think it is a 7. It's good and definitely worth buying. I'll leave it at that. I mean, it is pleasant. I have no issues. It's just that brand new price point is a little bit much. Obscure mics, quick one. Not really feeling my goofy self tonight, just trying to bang out an obscure. Yeah. You want to? I got this. We'll bang this out instead. Hole's big enough. Terrible, I tell you. Obscure mics. Peace out.